Good morning, comrades, and greetings from the northern Ukraine. Доброе утро, товарищи, привет с Северной Украины. Well, here I am at the northern entry to our village. And the first thing you see is abandoned house. You can always detect it by overgrowth and by boarded windows. It looks like a pretty nice house. Actually, my mother was considering buying this place, but it was the last house on outskirts of the village, so she was concerned about location. And to the left is a huge building. It used to be local collective farm office, and it was stood abandoned for many years. And one person from Kiev purchased it. He is the movie producer. And interesting detail, he discovered about this village from my pictures. I used to post some stuff on Flickr, and he saw my photos. He really liked the place, this location, so he came to investigate, and he liked the village, liked the location close to the forest and river, and he ended up buying this house. And it took him forever to repair it, put it in place. He got broken in a couple of times, his tools stolen, but now he used it as a summer retreat. He has 3 or 4 kids, I believe, so he stays there. I personally don't like location because right next to, you can call it a highway, but it's huge. It was built in the 1950s. This is how Ukrainian countryside looks, northern Ukraine, of course. Chernihiv region, a lot of pine trees and white birch. In fields now, what we see here, which you're gonna recognize really, is kukuruza or corn. This is actually quite unusual for northern Ukraine. When I was growing up here in the 80s and 70s, climate was too cold to grow corn. It's, trying to correctly say it, so the season, corn will never get ripe. How about that? So if they plant corn, corn will be planted only for animal feed, but it would never get ripe. Now, we're talking 2019, growing season increases, I don't know for how long, several weeks maybe, but now it's plenty of time for corn to get ripe, and it's scary. Like, they started planting corn everywhere. It's just like becoming, instead of banana republic, Ukraine becoming corn republic, because besides corn and sunflower, there's nothing else being planted by big guys. So there's 2 big agricultural companies here in this area, Snovsk region, and they rent in all the large fields, and all they do, they plant corn or sunflowers, and they just rotate between those 2. Now you need to keep in mind that soil is very poor. In northern Ukraine, it's mostly sandy soil, so that's pretty good for potatoes, but it's not enough to grow corn naturally every year because it sucks so much minerals or whatever stuff out of soil. So I'm not sure what kind of chemicals they add in, how much fertilizer they have to dump, because both corn and sunflower is very hard on soil. Some lady told me, I was asking this question, they said if you don't fertilize like much, that you only can plant sunflowers every 7 years in the same field in order for the fields to get replenished. This blacktop road going up the hill, it leads to the repair shop, former collective farm repair shop, which is gone now, like completely gone. Fortunately, I got lucky. I went there like on adventure maybe 10 years ago. I think collective farm still existed at that time, but they already abandoned that shop. So actually I took a bunch of pictures, and I'm gonna make maybe separate videos, talk about it. When collective farm was officially dismantled and sold off, some guys purchased that whole building with equipment for 30,000 hryvnias, so maybe like for $5,000 or $4,000. And they took it apart completely. Like, buildings gone, equipment gone, it's just nothing left, just some broken bricks. I was impressed. So that's what they did. Anything they purchased here at the collective farm. They just took it apart and sold off for scrap, like metal scrap, or sold off to people who want to build cheap. Just like Bold and Bankrupt, I ride a Soviet-era designed bicycle, iced, the Stork, made in Belarus, in Minsk bike factory. I believe we had two huge bike factories. One was in Kharkov, Ukraine, and one was in Minsk, and they were assembling adult-sized bikes. So this is a standard issue. They not much difference in design. They looked very similar. But I bought this one in early 2000 for my mother. So I said it's Soviet design, but it's already was built later on. We replaced the seat with the better one, and we added the basket. The original ones didn't come with it. I don't think they even had a chain guard. Just really basic single speed pedal brake, so there's never was any hand brakes. And of course you have a luggage rack in the back because everyone was using it to move stuff around besides ride into your destination. Same basic bell. And this is additional item. It's upside down, but it reads odd ram. And I brought that to my mom. That little pouch, I got it from riding bike across Michigan. 1 day ride across Michigan, odd ram. It's 140 miles, I think. I did one time. That was quite an experience. Now we are in this area, which is a very sweet spot for me. This is where we got off the bus after 12-hour ride from Kiev, and that's where my grandma and my grandfather will meet us. It's not like official bus stop, but you can ask a driver to stop at specific location, so she would wait for us with the cart and we unload our luggage. And that's where my summer vacation, summer break will start. From here we'll walk on this dirt road all the way to our house, which is behind me in about 1 kilometer. So that's always, you can get off the bus. We usually start our trip at Kiev at 6 a.m. and we will get off at 6 p.m. right here. All tired, worn out. Of course, no air conditioning in the buses. And there would be this bizarre ringing silence in your ears after being on the bus, which were quite noisy for 12 hours with the brakes, of course, on the bus stops. And then you walk here. First thing, I'll take my shoes off to be barefoot. And I'm just so excited because my summer break starts and there's ringing silence in my ears because after bus is gone, it's just very, very quiet around here. So that's a very special spot for me. We still have a road, but there's no house anymore. All that street got abandoned. Actually, some locals call it the street of ghosts, because all you do, you walk through the street and it's just empty, abandoned, overgrown houses to the left and to the right. And that's one of my sweetest spots here in the village, is right here. And that forest on the horizon that looks like forest is actually abandoned street. You can't see a single house now anymore. It's all got overgrown, but long time ago in the 80s and 70s you could see houses and gardens all the way from here. Another reason I like this area is because if you walk through the fields, it's like wide open. You're under blue skies. It's very pretty. Interestingly, the actual sign for the village is located here, about 2 kilometers where the actual village starts. And that's what the sign is announcing you're entering the village of Zhovich. And we can look at this blacktop. It's in quite sad condition. I was told that originally they first time laid the blacktop here around 1975. And some of the areas were repaired or new blacktop was installed around 1992 or 93 when Ukraine became independent and the president of Ukraine wanted to visit the border area, which is about 15 kilometers north. We have a border where Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia come together, so there's a monument. I already talked about a different video about it. So they repaired parts of this road. It's so Soviet, to fix those parts of the road that the president gonna drive on. And since then, nothing was done to this road, so it's in really poor condition. Had the giant potholes, like this one right here. In a lot of areas you see that actually people drive on the side of the road to bypass the road. So you know the road is bad if the people drive on the side of this road instead of on the road. Well, when you ride on a bike in the Ukrainian countryside, you want to bring with you toilet paper, just in case, and a knife and a bag, just in case. Which I did, and looky, who got cookie today? My goodness, this is so-called podosinovik, or krasnogolovik as we call it in Ukraine. Beautiful mushroom, red, brown top, white leg. And I discovered the whole family of those. There's another one right here. And another one right here. And looks like another one right there. And two more over there. That's a mother lode, and more over there. This is right next to the highway, but it's in a little area which is a little more moisture. It's right dry right now here, but it looks like there's enough moisture for these guys to pop up. That's beautiful. I love these mushrooms. First reason, because they are so beautiful, delicious, and they never get wormy because there's something in them, some kind of iodine, not that iodine from Chernobyl, but worms don't like it, and it turns blue. Look at this beauty when you cut it. So I'm very happy. I went for the little bike ride and movie making, and I end up mushroom hunting. Just beautiful, just freaking beautiful. And another one, and that's the most fun of mushroom picking, when you get on your knees to pick one and you enjoy how beautiful it is, then you look and right next to it, oh, not far away, there's another little beauty hiding. Man, oh man, what a happy moments of my life. That's what I call picture perfect mushroom. And if you love my channel and would like to show your support, please click on the link below this video and become the patron of the Ushanka Show. For as little as $1, you can help us grow and create the new, interesting videos about the life in Soviet Union.